Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to my followers over on Patreon. Lester Wilfred, Nell, Jam Val, Ollie Shell, Earl Patrick, Butch Batista, Cy, Angela Rose, Feline Dela Cruz, Anthony Gomez, Aqueous Gem, Mikey Fortiza, Helen Fitzgerald, Melody Kofi, and Anton Bach. I cannot begin to thank you for all your support, and hopefully I'll continue to make content you'll want to support in the future. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we are still honoring our Artist of the Month for May 2020, the one and only Miss Morissette Amon. Now, I've had a number of people put this in my comments over the last week, ask me to react to Morissette singing Zombie, Raw. And when I went to go look for it, I wasn't sure which one they meant. Because I saw where there was a video of her singing Zombie on, it looks like a Birit Queen's segment. And then there's also her singing Zombie, what looked like during quarantine in her house playing the piano. So I'm like, okay. And then I saw another one, also Birit Queen's, but it said Raw Zombie. So I'm like, I'm not sure if they meant this video that's labeled Raw Zombie or the raw video of her in her room singing Zombie. So right now we're gonna look at the Birit Queen's segment, and if this is the correct one, yay! If it's not, let me know, and then we can take a look at the one in her room playing the piano. But right now it is Morissette singing the Cranberries' classic Zombie. I like this guitarist. Oh, Queen. Okay, Miss Morissette. So, yes, it's a Birit Queen segment and whatnot, and from the first time I reacted to her when she was singing Unchained Melody, also on the Birit Queen segment, you guys let me know that that's just how they have their segments, where they'll have someone off to the side, the next singer, and they'll just have them in darkness. I guess they sing part of the song before, and then they transition into the next song, and then they get their life. honestly, it's so weird to me. I don't understand it artistically. It doesn't make sense to me. Like for me, if I'm gonna have this person stealing focus from the main person singing the song, and they're going to be singing part of the song, put some damn light on them. Let them have their moment, even if they're coming out later to sing their own song. It just doesn't make sense for me to have people singing solos in the dark. But that's just me. I'm just one person, that it is what it is. But let's talk about Miss Morissette. Miss Morissette came through with the vocals. Now I love this song. This used to be one of my go-to karaoke songs. I haven't sung it in quite some time. Well, especially since we're in the midst of Corona, so I haven't gone to karaoke in a very long time. But before that, it's probably been well over a year, if not longer, since I've sung this at karaoke. I adore the song. I adore the original. I love what Morissette did with it. She stuck pretty close to the original as far as the melody of the song goes. She didn't make too many melodic changes, but what she did change, it was a lot more in the fluidity in how she sang the phrases. She was a lot more fluid with her phrasing. So rather than being another head is slowly, child is slowly taken. Like it was the word, all the phrases were a lot more connected. She just kind of like melted from one word into the next. Another head is slowly, child is, like it was a very, very legato, very just flowy from one phrase into the next phrase, and in being so flowy from one phrase to the other, it gave her a lot of license to incorporate some good dynamic choices. So the volume in her voice from phrase to phrase varied, and I love those dynamic choices. And the clarity and the resonance in her voice when she was singing during the chorus is the in your head, like all of those heads, so much power. And it wasn't a terribly high note for her. It wasn't high in her range by any means. I've heard her belt much higher in her chest and into her head voice and whatnot. Like, so that wasn't a high note by any shape, in any way, shape, or form for Morissette. But even still, and that's one of the things like about that I mentioned about like old school Mariah Carey and just other great singers. Even with those notes that aren't super high in their range, to still have them have as much power and resonance as those notes that are up there in their range, that it just, to have those lower notes sound as impressive and as powerful as those higher notes it's impressive for me. Because I know for me, not every song is like that. For me, like as a singer, whenever I'm singing certain songs, if I'm getting to the bigger parts or the bigger belty parts and it doesn't feel like it's really big and belty for me, I can get a little bored sometimes. And I feel like if I'm bored, the audience is bored listening to me. But for fantastic singers like Morissette, Mariah Carey, Kelly Clarkson, and dozens of other amazing singers out there, Whitney Houston especially, like to be able to just sing these notes that are just mid-range for you, bottom of your range, and to have them just be as equally powerful and as equally impressive as your upper belts, that is an impressive feat. That's such a show of how skillful a singer you are. So I loved how full her in your heads, all of those were. And then when she started extending the notes and going up the scale during that last chorus, during the last set of in your head, zombie, all that stuff. Beautifully done. I'm probably gonna go back and watch the other version, because I saw a couple versions of this particular performance posted. So this was very much taken from the audience perspective. So I'm probably gonna go back and watch like the actual professional version of this to see what the difference was, if there's any more clarity in audio, to see if I can hear anything else. But yeah, beautiful performance. Great job. I like hearing this kind of song on Morissette's voice. I love just about everything that I hear her do. I love the R&B stuff on her voice, but I do like hearing her embrace this sort of rocker side. Like, she wasn't singing like a rock singer, but I do like this kind of rock music on her voice, because I feel like where the rock singer might be have a little bit more edge and gravel to their voice when they're doing some of these higher notes, her voice, it just gives her voice the opportunity to showcase her belts and her growls. So yeah, I like this kind of song on her voice. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you guys would like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Mwah. Before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons: Lester Wilfred, Nell, Jam Val, Ollie Shell, Earl Patrick, Butch Batista, Cy, Angela Rose, Feline Dela Cruz, Anthony Gomez, Aqueous Gem, Mikey Fortiza, Helen Fitzgerald, Melody Kofi, and Anton Bach. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I love you guys. Hey guys, don't forget to check out the playlist on my channel for all of your favorite reaction videos. We've got playlists for Morissette Amon, Kelly Clarkson, Katrina Velarde, Tori Kelly, and more, so be sure to check them out.